show. There we are.
We're live.
Brett Kissel.
Brett Wilson.
Johnny Cash.
As Santa Claus.
Who said this was a pre-rehearsed production? Anyway, here we are, coming to you live from the rooftop in downtown Calgary. Brand new venue. It's the third time Mr. Kissel's performed here, but the other were political events.
That's right. And tonight is a real celebration of the season. And I have to say, Brett, not only to you and all of your family that are watching, but all of our collective friends that are watching on this live stream right now on YouTube, thank you very much for joining in something that is extremely unique. And how many days did it take for us to put this together? As I take off my Rudolph nose, we got Dasher and Dancer, Prancer, Vixen, Comet, Cupid, Donner, yeah, we got all the reindeer.
And this was going to be Rudolph, except we couldn't get the nose on him. But okay, enough on the noses. That'll go out in there. So 5 days is what it took for us to make the final decision. And part of that, and a special thank you to Dina Hinshaw, Dr. Dina Hinshaw, who reviewed everything we were doing, saw that we were COVID compliant in production and in staging. We got this nailed. And so here we are.
I actually couldn't believe it. When in September, October, November, we had made the choice that, you know what, it doesn't look like a Brett Christmas is going to happen this year. But you thought outside the box, as Brett Wilson tends to do, and you said, no, if we do it this way, and you had the roadmap lined up in an email, and you fast forward to where we are today. And it's a little bit chilly up here on the rooftop, but I'm happy that we are somewhat outdoors to actually bring that wintry spirit and the Christmas spirit to the show.
And the outdoor venue was the key to our ability to perform and do what we're doing tonight. And we've got thousands of people joining us online. We had a little problem today with Google. We could complain about federal politics, but today it's Google. Gmail didn't work, so a bunch of friends who were expecting the link to both the charity and to the event today got bounced off Google. So for the first time ever, we put the link on Twitter, and I think it's going to Instagram right away as well.
And please send it to anybody who obviously loves the Christmas season and would love to be a part of this Christmas tradition that we've been a part of now for the last number of years. I'm very grateful, Brett, that you've allowed this to be a Brett event. But I remember the very first time I did this show with you, it was a special moment for me and for my family. I just lost my grandma and my grandpa, but still came here to celebrate. That was on December the 22nd, back in 2011. So that's 10 straight Christmas concerts. And do you have a number, Brett, in mind of the money that you've raised for the Calgary Veterans Food Bank, all the veteran causes that you've supported with this Christmas show?
We've been doing this for more than a decade. We've been raising $150,000 to $200,000. So we'd be somewhere between we're over $1.5 million, and high hopes of another 200,000 tonight. We're doing this in support, and we'll talk a little bit more about this later, but we've got 4 veterans causes: the Calgary Military Family Resource Center, we've got Wounded Warriors, we've got there's a dog. We've got Outward Bound for veterans, and there's one more. The Calgary Veterans Food Bank. So anyway, Brett, we've done dozens and dozens of events together. I'm proud to do Brett Golf, Brett Xmas, Brett Baltac Boat. We did the largest, we'll talk about this later too, probably the largest concert in Canada this summer.
I actually think that you're 100% right on that. And again, we were able to maybe just think outside the box and still bring a sense of normal to everybody. We know that you're watching on your screens right now, but we are asking, as if this was like some kind of telethon or virtual fundraiser, which is exactly what it is. We'd like for everybody to please donate to those causes, and throughout the night our teams are going to be posting online and on Twitter, and you probably got it in your invitation on how you can donate and support these important causes, because now this year 2020 more than ever everybody needs it.
So Brett, have you got anything you want to sing tonight?
I've got a few songs.
So would you like me to get out of the way and let you sing?
No, I'd like you to join me on stage and sing with me.
No, I'm not doing that. Goodbye.
Okay. It's my honor, ladies and gentlemen, everybody watching, to introduce my band. I love These guys are incredible friends of mine. On the fiddle, we have Tyler Vollrath, who won the Canadian Country Music Fiddle Player of the Year. We've got Connor Riddell, who was able to travel from Ottawa, Ontario, to be a part of this very special show. He was nominated for Canadian Country Music Award. On the piano, we have Brendan Waters from right here in Calgary, nominated, and he won for the very first time the Piano Player of the Year. Spencer Cheen on the drums from Calgary, Alberta, nominated the Canadian Country Music Awards. Maddie McKay, my cousin, won again at the Canadian Country Music Awards for Guitar Player of the Year. And Justin Cutting, our band leader, won Bass Guitar Player of the Year. And boys, I'm going to tell you something. You're not going to believe this. But when we recorded our song Frosty the Snowman for this Christmas season, we released it to radio on October the 30th. And as of this week, Frosty the Snowman has entered in not just the top 40, but the top 30 across Canada. Frosty the Snowman is number 30 right now on the Canadian charts. A Few Good Stories is in the top 10, and now Frosty the Snowman is top 30. So I'm just going to play a little bit. I'm going to sing a lot, but let you guys play. You count it in, and we're going to kick things off with a great Christmas classic. Frosty the Snowman was a jolly, happy soul with a corncob pipe and a button nose and two eyes made out of coal. Frosty the Snowman was a fairy tale, they say. He was made of snow, but the children know how he came to life one day. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found. When they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the Snowman was alive as he could be, and the children say he could laugh and play just the same as you and me. Oh, boy. Frosty the Snowman knew the sun was hot that day, so he said, let's run and have some fun now before I melt away. Down through the village with a broomstick in his hand, running here and there all around the square, saying, catch me if you can. They let him down the streets of town right to the traffic cop, but he only paused a moment when they heard him holler, stop! Oh, Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday. Oh, boy. Hey, oh, Frosty, go Frosty, oh, Frosty, look at him go. There must have been some magic in that old silk hat they found, for when they placed it on his head, he began to dance around. Frosty the Snowman had to hurry on his way, but he waved goodbye saying, don't you cry, I'll be back again someday. Come on! Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, look at Frosty go. Thumpity thump thump, thumpity thump thump, over the hills of snow. Yeah, Merry Christmas. And the crowd goes mild. You hear that? Wow. Silence. For many years in the Brett events that we've done, we would play and everybody would clap. That's just kind of the interaction. That is the transaction. As an entertainer, we get up here, we do everything that we can, and we get applause. Well, tonight we don't. But we're doing our very best. So wherever you are watching from across Canada or around the world, especially I know W. Brett's kids and family like Russell and Gary down in Australia. We here are tuning in. I don't know what the time is there right now, tomorrow technically, but thank you very much, everybody, for tuning in. And if you want to clap in your house, please do, or maybe comment on the YouTube stream with like some clap emojis or something like that. What we did this year, similar to this event is we changed the game. We played drive-in concerts. In fact, we were the very first band, and I was the very first singer to do a drive-in concert here in Canada. We did 24 of them. We raised over $250,000 for important charities from coast to coast, and some of the greatest memories that I've ever had. And we would play this song every night, and it would get a little emotional because we were supposed to be playing it at all the big festivals like the Calgary Stampede and Boots and Hearts or Cavendish Beach Music Festival or Merritt Mountain, Big Valley Jamboree, but we were playing it at a drive-in. However, I wouldn't have it any other way, and I'm very grateful for that. This song was the #1 for all of us on the stage. It's called Drink About Me, and I'm very, very proud to present it for you tonight. We were a million miles a minute, like the world was only spinning around for us. Started a fire and we jumped in it, hotter than the center of the sun. Slow kissing in a fast car, jeans sliding off in the rain. Yeah, tonight it's got me smiling, buzzing on the memories we made. Here's to those days. I hope a margarita puts you on the coast with me. The Corona takes you down to Mexico. Baby, when you take a sip of some strong whiskey, does it put you in that dive bar, stealing my heart in a cold booth, way down in Baton Rouge, baby? 'Cause baby, after all of this time, a little sipping, I miss you like crazy. Tell me, baby, do you drink about me? Do you ever look back and laugh at that time we got so drunk at your apartment, playing air guitar like we were Guns N' Roses? We were too damn good to forget about, so girl, I'm raising one up now to the moments I'm still holding. I hope a margarita puts you on the coast with me. A Corona takes you down to Mexico. Baby, when you take a sip of some strong whiskey, does it put you in that dive bar, stealing my heart in a corner booth, way down in Baton Rouge, baby? 'Cause baby, after all of this time, while I'm sipping, I miss you like crazy. Tell me, baby, do you drink about me the way I drink about you? And if you drink about me, baby, when you do, I hope a margarita puts you on the coast with me. A Corona takes you down to Mexico. Baby, when you take a sip of some strong whiskey, does it put you in that dive bar, stealing my heart in a corner booth, way down in Baton Rouge, baby? 'Cause baby, after all of this time, while I'm sipping, I miss you like crazy. Tell me, baby, do you drink about me? Oh, do you drink about me? Do you drink about me? It's just me and W. Brett. It's just the two of us clapping. Oh, thanks, Bretsky. I appreciate it. We have a very limited crew here. Obviously, there's a bunch of rules that we needed to follow in order to make this happen. But I just want to say and tip my cowboy hat to everybody who was involved in setting this up and now manning cameras and doing what we need to do in order to bring this out to, well, however many thousand people are watching right now. So, again, tip my cowboy hat to everybody involved. And it's important, I think, to express gratitude and to be as thankful as we can be, even though we're going through a real tough time right now and a real rough patch. we don't know how much time we've all gotten. I think that's one of the things. We don't know how good we have it until it's gone. And sometimes you think everybody and everything's going to last forever. And where I'm going with this is one of my heroes, the great Charlie Pride. He passed away a couple of days ago. And I was really excited to be doing a few shows with him in the new year. It looked like he was going to be a part of the country cruise that I was going to be a part of next November. But God had other plans, and now has chosen him as one of the great singers to go up to heaven. And I think a lot about Charlie Pride and the legacy that he's got in country music and that he's left in music. He's left in the world. He was very kind to me. We did a duet together on my last record, and We Were That Song record called Burgers and Fries. Maddie got a chance to sing harmonies with Charlie Pride. Tyler got a chance to play fiddle on that record. And one of the greatest memories I've ever had. Charlie was a good guy. He broke down a bunch of barriers, and as the very first black man to ever make it into the Country Music Hall of Fame, to ever become a member of the Grand Ole Opry, he did it all. What a great guy he was. So I'd like to do a tribute to all the classic country fans out there, everybody who loves Charlie Pride. I think he thought I was going to do this song as a duet on my record, but I'm very honored to play this song for everybody right now. We rehearsed it in soundcheck, and we're going to do it the classic country way, a big hit from 1971 and 1972. Kiss an Angel, Good Morning. I'll count it in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Whenever I chance to meet some old friends on the street, they wonder, how does a man get to be this way? I've always got a smiling face, anytime and any place, and every time they ask me why, I just smile and say, you've got to kiss an angel good morning, and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, and love her like the devil when you get back home. Well, people may try to guess the secret of happiness, but some of them never learn. It's a simple thing. The secret I'm speaking of is a woman and a man in love, and the answer is in this song that I always sing. You've got to kiss an angel good morning, and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, and love her like the devil when you get back home. Kiss an angel good morning, and let her know you think about her when you're gone. Kiss an angel good morning, and love her like the devil when you get back home. Thank you very much. Come on in, Bretsky. Come on in.
Oh, hi. Okay, there I am, coming back.
Yeah.
We're making up some of this on the fly, as you know.
Quite a
and
bit.
Once again, we've got a few hundred Gmail accounts saying we didn't get the link, but some did, some didn't. So we apologize. We've now posted this to Twitter. We've posted it to Instagram. And normally, these are invite-only events that you and I do.
Yes.
And that's largely because of the charity angle that's associated with what we do. Now, the other thing we're going to do right now is we've got a couple people come in from away. And in this case, someone who was on this stage twice about 2 months ago, but you opened for him. And I'm going to describe the gentleman without putting a name to it, and then you can add a little bit of color to him. But it's a gentleman who served in our military, the Royal Air Force, for about a decade. Then he decided to become a lawyer, and I've forgiven him for that because I think he's a great guy. So he became a lawyer, and then he became a politician. And at this moment in time, you've opened for him twice in terms of bringing him to Calgary to tell a bit of the story about what his vision is for country, or Canada, as a nation under Confederation.
Well, getting a chance to spend time with this certain individual was really special. But my favorite moment was when, after I was finished singing right here on this stage, he said, and this is the way that he introduced this, Brett, I'd like you to come back, and I'd like you to sing what I truly believe, and I think everybody across Canada believes, is the greatest song in the world. And together, we got a chance to sing our national anthem, O Canada. So, Brett, I'll let you give the full introduction to our next special guest.
Well, in fact, I remember being on stage singing O Canada with you, but at that point in time, I turned my microphone off or upside down, as I normally do. If we could just cue, we have Mr. Aaron O'Toole coming to us from Ottawa, and I'm sorry we are a few minutes behind schedule. Mr. O'Toole, future leader of our great country. Aaron O'Toole.
Hi there, Aaron O'Toole here, leader of the Conservative Party of Canada and the official opposition in Ottawa. I want to thank W. Brett Wilson and Brett Kissel for your Brett Christmas, supporting our men and women in uniform, military families, and our veterans. I loved this gathering last year, but with COVID, obviously we're virtual, so I can't be there in Calgary with you. But thank you to the Alberta business community for stepping up each year for our military families and for the Canadian Armed Forces. They serve us so that we can have the greatest country in the world. And this Christmas, we've got men and women serving in Latvia, in Ukraine, on board ships, our Hercules crews around the world. We're so proud of the people who wear uniform of service to our communities and countries. And the two Bretts, you do this to salute them. So I salute you, wish all of you a very Merry Christmas on behalf of the Conservative family, and thanks to our men and women in uniform.
Thank you, Aaron O'Toole. And here we have Johnny Cash now wearing his reindeer outfit, and he may disappear from stage again. Anyway, next up we have someone who is blessed the stages that Brett and I have put together a number of times. I first saw her when I had the great fortune of being one of the judges for the Calgary Stampede. And she had come back. She had won the year before, but the Calgary Stampede Talent Search. I know she also performed in one of the early years of, what was that song? Canadian Idol?
Was she on Canadian Idol?
Yeah, she was on Canadian Idol. Yeah. So you better show her a little more respect than you were planning on it. Anyway, over to you.
You know what? The legacy that she has, obviously, over the last number of years in Calgary needs no introduction. But Annika is an extraordinary artist, and truly, and I'm saying this in front of her husband, Spencer Chain, here on the drums. And Annika, I know where you are right now, but I'm going to say this right into the camera. Which one? I'll look here. This truly is, without question, one of my favorite vocalists, not just in Canada, but in the world, and one of the greatest singers I've ever had the honor of working with. You're going to see why, and you're going to hear why. So without further ado, Merry Christmas, everybody, and treat yourself to this. This is my friend, Annika.
Where is she?
Hello, what an introduction. Thank you. From this gorgeous rooftop to your home, wherever you're watching, Merry Christmas from me and these boys downstairs. Here's a classic for you. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, just like the ones I used to know, where the treetops glisten and children listen to hear sleigh bells in the snow. Oh, I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, with every Christmas card I write. May your days be merry and bright, and may all your Christmases be white. you guys. Well, that was our little Christmas tune, and it is really a joy to get to share some carols with you here. But I'm going to do my second song as an original song. It's a new song, and it's off of my solo album that is coming out next year. So this is the first time we have sung it live. I'm very excited about it. It was inspired by my parents' love story, but it's really a song about any sort of lifetime love. And at Christmas time, I'm happy to spread some love. So this is Love You for Life. You are the story, you are the song, you are the prayer I've been praying on every morning and every night. Let me love you for life. When the sunshine turns into rain, I'll be there beside you again and again. So give me your burdens, your pain and your strife. Let me love you for life. I've been dreaming of a once in a life kind of love. But for you and me, darling, forever is never enough. One day when we have a house of our own, we'll watch our children and the pine trees grow, talking about nothing till we run out of line. Let me love you for life. Oh, I've been dreaming of the once in a life kind of love. But for you and me, darling, forever is never enough. And when you grow weary and I'm old and gray, right there beside you is where I will stay. 'Cause baby, without you, nothing is right. Let me love you for life. Let me love you for life.
Brett and I are cheering.
Live cheering, not even clap emojis.
That was
That's a
so
treat.
good.
Thank
I mean, everybody watching, am I right? Is that not an extraordinary vocalist? The talent that
you.
we've got here in our province is next level. And Annika, thank you. What a blessing
Thank
it is.
you.
Merry
Thank you
Christmas
for
to you
And
and
you're
your family.
sparkling from top to bottom.
Thank you.
And
It's my festive warmth wear.
nobody owns a stage like you. You've
Thank
done
you so
so many
much, you
shows
guys.
with us, and wow. So
Happy to
thank
be
you,
back.
thank you,
Thank
and we'll
you.
see you again
Merry
soon.
Christmas.
All right.
We have a wonderful guest that is coming up and actually joining us from Nashville. Nashville is very much like our second home. Well, you are pretty lucky. You've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 homes. But I know how much you love Nashville and how many great memories we've had in Nashville with so many people, obviously, in this live stream. But the guest that we've got is making waves in Music City. But I think you want to talk a little bit more about the charity side that she brings to the table.
Well, I first came across Tennille, and I can't spell all the 57 letters of her
It's
of her
a good
main
Ukrainian
name,
Polish,
Takarachar.
not Konechny, but Tennille Towns.
Yes, Tennille Towns as we know her now. But I first ran into her when I was in Saskatoon, and she won an award in the CCMAs for charity.
Yes, Humanitarian of the Year.
Humanitarian of the Year. And I'm looking as this person comes up out of the crowd, and she might be 18 or 19 years old, and looking at what she had done for community. She's dragged me up to Grand Prairie. I've done events with her. I was actually her date for you when you opened at the Grand Ole Opry in Nashville. We've overlapped in so many ways. She's come to Nashville Predators games with us. We've done so many things. And so we asked Tennille if there was a chance that she, given the stars that are wrapped around her career right now, would be willing to inbound from Nashville to us.
So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we would love to introduce you to not only our friend, but the new artist of the year, the new female artist of the year at the Academy Country Music Awards. And 2 years in a row here in Canada, she has won the Female Artist of the Year trophy at the Canadian Country Awards. It's our very good friend, Tennille Towns.
Hey everybody, Merry Christmas! I'm so excited to get to be a part of this tonight, and truly inspired by all of you coming together to wrap your arms around our veterans in such a crazy year. It's amazing, in true Alberta fashion, still finding a way. Thank you, Brett and Brett, for having me. I've sure loved attending this event in the past. It's really something special you guys have going on, so thrilled to get to sing a little Christmas song for you. This is one of my favorites of the classics. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe will help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's bringing lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Though it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Merry Christmas, everybody. I'm sure sending a whole lot of love and hope you have an amazing rest of your night. Bye.
Tennille, thank you very much. Wow. So blessed to have you in our lives, and that you had that song for us prepared. Thank you. We really appreciate it. And we've had a lot of great memories with Tennille, as Brett and I said, over the years, and we've made a lot of great memories as a band. And we played this song, debuted it for the very first time at the drive-in concert we did in Edmonton, and since then, it's really taken on a life of its own. That's been so cool for me, and I think for all of us to get a chance to watch it climb up the charts and get more and more views on YouTube. We got a really cool video concept. In this COVID era, we need to think outside the box, and how are we going to limit a bunch of people getting together? Well, the concept was this. I left the house, and Charlie, my wiener dog, threw a gigantic party in the house with all of his dog friends, and I came back to some disgruntled neighbors, and were my very good friends Johnny and Sarah from a great Canadian band called Walk Off the Earth. And it's a really, really unique music video. We'd love it if you could check it out after our Christmas concert. But until then, here's the live version, me and the boys in the band with a few good stories to tell. I'm gonna soak up the sun, keep the wind in my sails, try to get to heaven while I raise a little hell. When it's all said and done, I know I lived it well. If I ain't got nothing but a few good stories to tell. Yep. Cowboy boots and a real big dent in my revenue. If I ain't done it all, just means I ain't done it yet. When I look back, I don't want to have one single regret. I'm gonna soak up the sun, keep the wind in my sails, try to get to heaven while I raise a little hell. When it's all said and done, I know I lived it well. Stories to tell. I'm gonna put a few scratches on this old guitar. I'm gonna drink some Dews, vodka, smoke a Cuban cigar. I'm gonna dance with my baby to some slow-mo. I'm gonna live it up so much I ain't never gonna live it down to an end. Soak up the sun, keep the wind in my sails, try to get to heaven while I raise a little hell. When it's all said and done, I know I lived it well. If I ain't got nothing but a few good stories to tell. Crazy ones, probably be a few hazy ones. But man, when my days are done, it'll make a good book. Till then, I'll soak up the sun, keep the wind in my sails, try to get to heaven while I raise a little hell. When it's all said and done, I know I lived it well. If I ain't got nothing but a few good stories to tell. Soak up the sun, wind in my sails, trying to get to heaven, raise a little hell. Soak up the sun, wind in my sails, trying to get to heaven, raise a little hell. Yep. Okay, a few good stories to tell. If you guys could actually think about this, okay? Maybe there's an opportunity for you to give me a Christmas present, okay? You don't have to, but if you wanted to, you could text your favorite radio station right here in Calgary or Edmonton or BC or Ontario, Saskatchewan, Manitoba, wherever you're from, and text and say, hey, can you play a few good stories by Brett Kissel? We are so close to a #1. It would be amazing to end 2020 the same way we started it with a #1 song. So if you can do that, that would be amazing. Until then, I've got a farm that has been in our family for over 110 years. A couple of years ago, my wife and I were able to buy into the farm and take things over from my grandparents. And now I'm the 5th generation and have our kids be the 6th generation on the farm. We're very lucky that that's where we get to spend our Christmas. And when I first moved away from high school and from the farm in high school, I wrote this song about coming home for Christmas. So it's reminiscent. I sing it every season. It'd be my honor to play this song for you. I grew up just outside of St. Paul, Alberta. That's why I wrote this song called The Lights of St. Paul. I've been gone for nearly all year long, far away from my home. But I'm coming back to spend the holidays. And there's just one click to go, and shining across the snow is that old familiar glow of my hometown. And I just can't wait, no, I just can't wait. There's something about this time of year, there's something about it all. It's like a holy night with the stars shining bright when I see the lights of St. Paul. I start singing all those Christmas songs that I'll hear soon. When I get there, the subtle scent of pine will fill the room. Yeah, when I get this close to the ones I love the most, I speed up a little just to make good time. 'Cause I just can't wait, no, I just can't wait. There's something about this time of year, there's something about it all. It's like a holy night with the stars shining bright when I see the lights of St. Paul. Well, I hope everybody has a place they can go back to. And when they get this close, I hope they feel the way that I do. 'Cause I just can't wait, no, I just can't wait. There's something about this time of year, there's something about it all. It's like a holy night with the stars shining bright when I see the lights of St. Paul. When I see the lights of St. Paul. Really appreciate it, everybody. Thank you. Before we get our next presentation up here, I wanted to acknowledge you, W. Brett, and say something. And I know that this summer, as we were riding the wave and the high of all the great things that came from our Baltac boat concert and all the ways that you were being innovative, I know that your heart also broke a little bit. When you lost your dad, and I think about him a lot, and I know you guys were definitely very, very close, and I loved reading about the lessons you learned from him in your book. I love spending time with him very, very much, and I think about my relationship with my dad. I think about my relationship with my son, and this song perfectly exemplifies what the love of a dad to a son and a son to a dad is. And I sing this song to my boy, Leo. Every night before we go to bed, he asks for this song, and not only will I sing it for him tonight, but all the parents watching, and for the memory of Mr. Wilson. All right? The song is called Love Without End. Amen. I got sent home from school one day with a shiner on my eye. Fighting was against the rules and it didn't matter why. When Dad got home, I told that story just like I'd rehearsed. Then stood there on those trembling knees and waited for the worst. And he said, let me tell you a secret about a father's love. A secret that my daddy said was just between us. He said, daddies don't just love their children every now and then. It's a love without end, amen. It's a love without end, amen. When I became a father in the spring of '81, there was no doubt that stubborn boy was just like my father's son. And when I thought my patience had been tested to the end, I took my daddy's secret and I passed it on to him. And I said, let me tell you a secret about a father's love. A secret that my daddy said was just between us. I said, daddies don't just love their children every now and then. It's love without end, amen. It's love without end, amen. Well, last night I dreamed I died and stood outside those pearly gates. And suddenly I realized there must be some mistake. If they know half the things I've done, they'll never let me in. Then somewhere from the other side, I heard these words again. And they said, let me tell you a secret about a father's love. A secret that my daddy said was just between us. They said, daddies don't just love their children every now and then. It's a love without end, amen. It's a love without end, amen. Tip my cowboy hat to UW Brett, memory of your dad. Thank you, everybody.
I appreciate you even mentioning Dad. I know you had a chance to overlap with him a number of times. Everything from birthday songs to just shared experiences in Nashville and all over. Dad died in early September, roughly 8 days before his 90th birthday. And I'm pretty proud of my Saskatchewan roots. I'm pretty proud of a dear friend named Brett Kissel who carries a 306 cell phone. You understand the importance of Saskatchewan in my roots. And there's Johnny Cash again. Come on in. You got something new to wear.
Hey, Cash.
Anyway, what we're going to do right now is introduce one more throw from away while Brett works with the dog, and I'll talk for just a moment. We're going to avoid any partisan, truly political commentary here. I've got lots I'd love to say about our federal government. I've got lots I'd love to challenge about our local government. But I'm going to speak to the work and the effort that's being done right now at trying to keep our province as a whole. We've got challenges with people attacking our energy industry, which I've been part of for the last 30 or 40 years, and I believe I'll be part of for the next 30 years. I'm 60-odd years old. I've got another 30 good years. But we've got someone who's in Edmonton right now, and I genuinely believe that whether you're anti or pro vaccines or lockdowns or freedom to march or malls or restaurants, again, we've got someone here in the form of our premier who's trying to do a nonpartisan meet in the middle on everything, trying to keep everybody happy. And I think it's almost impossible. It's one of the most thankless jobs imaginable. But I think, quite frankly, he's doing a pretty damn good job. I'm not happy with everything, but I can't be happy with everything. And in fact, the fact that I want more for our country, more for our province, more for our city, speaks to why I care so much about the things that we do together. And if you want to introduce the guy who carries the label, Premier of Alberta.
The Premier of our province, it is a thankless job. I think it might be one of the worst jobs around, especially in this day and age. 2020 was supposed to be a lot different, and I can't imagine the challenges and the stress that he's under. That being said, we know that we're about to turn a corner. We know that the 2020 years is almost over, and I can't wait for it to be done. 2021, I think we all see light at the end of the tunnel. We need to cling to that. We need to focus on love, light, and unity, and I am very grateful that you had an opportunity to reach out to the Premier to talk about this event, and we did get permission to do this safely and to do this for the important causes that we're doing it for.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, the throat of Mr. Premier. Premier Kenny.
Thank you so much to my friends Brett Kissel and Brett Wilson for coming together again for this Brett Christmas celebration in support of our veterans and military families. Thanks, guys, for doing this in a creative and safe way. And thanks to all of you who are contributing financially and through other ways to recognize and support our amazing Canadian military community. Speaking as a former Minister of Defense and Air Force kid, I want all of you to know how much military families appreciate this kind of support. We all know this year has been just a terrible time. So much has been lost. But here's some good news. This week we are starting the first vaccination of Albertans against COVID-19. And this winter we are going to vaccinate the vulnerable in our population. We can see the light on the horizon. Thank you to all of you for being a northern light, a light that dispels the darkness through all of your generosity to those in need. And this time to our military families, Merry Christmas to all of you, and let us have a hopeful year of renewal in 2021.
A hopeful year in 2021. I mean, it's got to be great. It can't be any worse, can it?
What
Sure
a
hope not.
series of challenges. By the way, I had emergency surgery 6 weeks ago. I had COVID 3 weeks ago, and I'm having a root canal tomorrow. And did someone mention it's 2020? Yeah.
Yeah, well, we don't have much time left. Whatever. It's December the 15th. We got 16 more days, and then we're into what's going to be a twice 10 times a better year. And what we need to do in a moment like this is still, I think, stop, although tongue-in-cheek and laughing about the year that we had, is still take a minute to stop and express our gratitude to those in previous generations allowed Canada to be what it is, this incredible country, allowed Alberta to be the province that it is. Those are our veterans. Those are everybody who is fighting overseas, fighting in any of the world wars, any of the combat and conflict that have been in so many different countries across the world. And there was a video that you showed me a number of years ago that we've now played at every Brett Christmas celebration because it is in support of many causes, including the Calgary Veterans Food Bank. So I want to know if you could talk a little bit about Terry Kelly and a bit about why you selected this video and why you like it so much.
Well, the powerful moment that's embedded in this video, and there's really two of them, and it's called A Pittance of Time, and anyone who's heard me speak about the military knows that I believe that November 11th is wonderful, but it's not enough. To think that 2 minutes of silence, 1 minute of silence, and to simply celebrate those who've gone before, those who serve, that's not enough. And that's a big part of why we brought the veterans into our Christmas event. You know, one of the highlights of my life was serving in Afghanistan in one of the forward operating bases, and I had General Natinchuk on one side of me, and at that time, the Minister of Defense, Peter MacKay, on the other side, and I'm serving white meat. One of them's doing gravy, one of them's doing potatoes, and it's probably a highlight of my life to be able to be in servant gratitude in terms of working with our military. And so it's a really, really important thing to me, and I know you've got songs based on, tough time. I know you know the songs.
Well, of course, and that's why I think as an artist, I really resonate with the lyrics of this song in particular, and why it's been a staple of all the work that we've done. So without further ado, we would love it if we could go to that video right now as we wave the Canadian flag with a lot of pride for our nation in this incredible video.
Please stay with us on this. It's one of my favorite videos, and it's difficult for me to watch without getting very emotional. A Pittance of Time.
Good morning, shoppers. At 11 o'clock on this 11th day of November, we'd like to invite you to share with us 2 minutes of silence in honor of our veterans.
They fought and some died for their homeland. They fought and some died, now it's our land. Look at his little child, there's no fear in her eyes. Could he not show respect for other dads who have died? Take 2 minutes, would you mind? It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who went over. In peace may they rest, may we never forget why they died. It's a pittance of time. God forgive me for wanting to strike him. Give me strength so as not to be like him. My heart pounds in my breast, fingers pressed to my lips. My throat wants to bawl out, my tongue barely resists. But 2 minutes I will bide. It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who went over. In peace may they rest, may we never forget why they died. It's a pittance of time. Read the letters and poems of the heroes at home. They have casualties, battles, and fears of their own. There's a price to be paid if you go, if you stay. Freedom's fought for and won in numerous ways. Take 2 minutes, would you mind? It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls all over. May we never forget our young become vets at the end of the line. It's a pittance of time. It takes courage to fight in your own war. It takes courage to fight someone else's war. Our peacekeepers tell of their own living hell. They bring hope to foreign lands that hate mongers can't kill. Take 2 minutes, would you mind? It's a pittance of time for the boys and the girls who go over. In peacetime our best still don battle dress and lay their lives on the line. It's a pittance of time. In peace may they rest, lest we forget why they died. Take a pittance of time.
Humbling.
Well, that just gets you right in the feels, doesn't it? and especially for those who've been a part of our Christmas celebrations over the years, during that song, what is so, so special and unique and powerful is we have a number of veterans that we invite to be a part of the show, a number of people from the Calgary Police Service to stand up and walk to the stage and be saluted. That truly is a powerful moment, and everybody that takes the time to scroll down on our YouTube page right now to donate, you know that you're going to be helping out some very, very important causes. So, Brett, you can speak to maybe some of the numbers we've got right now. Have you heard anything yet?
Well, I've got two friends who've said they'll match me, which then costs me money, but that's okay.
Okay.
And I can tell you that right now we're already over $100,000
Awesome.
tonight. We've got several thousand people online, and I just chatted with you about this, and we're going to launch this video of tonight's show, hour and a half. We'll probably allow it to be played almost every night, right through till Christmas. So it's something that's pretty important to us, is to have this available, share with friends, and the donation links will never be closed.
I agree, and that would be wonderful if everybody could share this link. We still have, some great musical acts and some great music yet to play tonight. If you wanted to text that link to your friends, or at the same time, please share it over the next number of days to anybody in your circle that would love a little Christmas spirit. And if you know that they're able to donate, we'd certainly appreciate that.
Well, I'm going to plug a couple things right now, and one of them is the structure that we're under was put together by a Calgary company, and it's called Sprung Structures. We refer to this as the world's largest umbrella. It is the rooftop brought to you by Kaylee's, and there's very few people between the ages of 30 and 60 who don't know about Kaylee's rooftop, the original. Then we've got these stages, and there's a number of these buildings around the perimeter were put together by one of the first deals I ever did on Dragon's Den called 320 out of Saskatoon. Some extraordinary lighting by the guys at Gemstone. And then, do you want to introduce a band before I jump to the next artist?
Without question, Justin Cutting once again, our band leader on the bass guitar, Maddie McKay on the lead guitar. We've got Spencer Cheen on the drums, Brendan Waters on piano, Tyler Vollrath on the fiddle, Connor Riddell on the guitar, and collectively, all of these guys, Bretsky, all of us have toured so much around the world, but one of our favorite things to do is to share, I guess, our stories and share our talent to a degree with up-and-comers coming up through the ranks, or those who love music and have a gift that they want to share with the world. And when you introduced me to Mac, would have been 2 or 3 years ago,
Yep.
I was so happy to not just gain another friend in the artist community, but a true friend. And my wife and I just adore her. I know that you love her too. So this is the perfect time to bring her up for, I believe,
Well, what's
probably-
extraordinary about this woman, who happens to have a voice of an angel, or words to that effect, she's also responsible for most of the design of this whole damn place. So, with no further ado, Magdalena.
Thank you, thank you. It's so nice to be here. What a wonderful introduction. Thanks so much, Brett. And Brett, thank you for having me. It's an honor to be here and to share this special evening for a wonderful cause. Thank you so much. It's been a really, really interesting year, a challenging one for me. For example, I didn't know that I'd wake up and become a second-year school teacher, for example, and not a very good one to boot. But you know what? The one thing that got us through this year is music. And my boys and I, we throw these dance parties in the living room all the time. And we have these wonderful songs circling through our house. And one of them is Dance Monkey. I'm sure you know it. It's on the radio. And when Brett asked me to sing a couple songs here tonight, I thought, well, why don't I share a song that got us through some tough times? So here's Dance Monkey. And of course, I always turn everything on its head. So this is my version. Thank you. They say, oh my God, I see the way you shine. Take your hand, my dear, and place them both in mine. You know you stopped me dead while I was passing by. And now I beg to see you dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now I beg to see you dance just one more for me, dance for me, oh. I've never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey, hey. And when you're down, I'll make you do it all again. I said, oh my God, I see you walking by. Take my hand, my dear, and look me in my eyes. Just like a monkey, I've been dancing my whole life. And now you beg to see me dance just one more time. Ooh, I see you, see you, see you every time. And oh my, I like your style. You make me wanna cry. And now you beg to see me dance just one more time. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. I've never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. But when you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh. I've never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. When you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, 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 oh. Never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. When you're done, I'll make you do it all again. They say, dance for me, dance for me, dance for me, oh, oh. Never seen anybody do the things you do before. They say, move for me, move for me, move for me, hey. When you're done, I'll make you do it all again, all again. Whoa! That was so much fun. Thank you. Thank you to the wonderful gentleman behind me. You guys are amazing. I've had the privilege and honor to be able to work with a couple of these talented souls. Over the last 8 months, I'm working on my very first album, also to come out in the spring, so I'm so excited. I hope you guys join me on this wonderful journey and follow me on social media. I need to use a stool. There we go. So, without further ado, I'd like to leave you with a couple of wishes for Christmas. I hope you guys are all sitting in your living rooms, tucked in your favorite PJs, with your favorite snacks. I hope that this next year is wonderful for all of us. And here is Have Yourself a Merry Little Christmas. Of your
Mac, that was awesome.
That was so much fun.
Job well done.
Thank you so much. So nice to be up here
Uh,
again.
isn't it great to have a gig?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't it great to have a gig in the venue that you designed?
Yeah, no kidding.
kinda
You're
dream
standing
come
on the
true.
curved stage that you did.
Yeah.
You're looking right below the stage top that you helped design. Anyway,
I really
you
hope
back.
for a bright new year. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Magdalena, once again, Mac's new record is going to come out in the new year. She has worked with Justin and Spencer, Brendan, I believe Maddie and Connor and Tyler. And this is really, really cool to have a very good friend up on this stage. And honestly, Brett, from the time that Mac and I performed together, we did Walking in Memphis at your garden party to where she is right now, has truly become a wonderful artist. So Mac, congratulations. And it's just great watching you flourish as an artist.
if she would just sing a little more country, hey?
No, let her
She's
stay in
working
her
with
lane.
one of the greatest country bands ever. How many CCMAs have you folks, how many have you been nominated for yourself? Over 50, I know that. Don't hesitate.
Probably,
Come
yeah.
on.
Probably over 50.
Not probably, yes. Come on.
I think it's
Drop the humble pie. How
okay,
many?
it's, 57 nominations.
Awesome. I was
I've
born
had.
in 57. That's a great
Yes,
year.
so we'll always
And then
remember.
the rest of this group must have another 50 between them.
That is correct. So everybody's had a number of nominations. And then you look at Maddie, who's won the Guitar Player of the Year now 4 times. If he wins it next year, that's an instant, like, you're disqualified. It's like the Canadian
out.
Country Music Awards says, you're too good. You can't win again. And same thing with Tyler's won it 4 times. If he wins it one more time, Tyler, you're too good. You can't win again.
They got to pick up the harmonica at some point then.
Well, Maddie's actually picked up the steel guitar and played steel guitar on my new record that'll come out. So multi-talented band for
Let's
sure.
jump back to the August long weekend.
Oh, yeah.
August long weekend. You and I were struggling with the fact that COVID had shut down the garden party, it had shut down Stampede, it had shut down almost everything we could do. And we went to the government of British Columbia and said, can we run a party at my cabin?
Sorry. No. Brett did not say, can we run a party?
Okay.
He said, can we have a very safe, socially distant concert where it is the ultimate social distancing? We have everybody come on boats. Now, we knew it was going to be a party, but I know you followed the rules there too.
Yeah,
but
no,
continue.
they read us the riot act in terms of spacing. You brought the band. We spaced everybody out on my front lawn, and we ended up, there was only 50 boats inshore, but spread out. We've got 2 miles by 4 miles in front of my cabin. The RCMP were on the lake helping us with social distancing. They counted over 350 boats. We had close to 4,000 people in a socially responsible, socially distanced way, and we nailed it. But to be clear, I didn't sing, you did.
Well, but to be clear, this was your idea. You put on this incredible event, and one of the great highlights was actually what happened after the event. For those who saw on social media, Billboard magazine, how Billboard found out about this and how Rolling Stone Country found out about this show. But they wrote about this. They wrote about 2 brats from Canada who did what they believe could have been the largest concert in the new COVID era, the largest concert in North America on the August long weekend.
We were pretty proud of that. We actually have a video that we're going to clip to, and it's just 90 seconds, very short. So it's a bathroom break for some of you, but it's a ball.
Not just
the
the
Brett Baltack boat concert. There we go.
When anything has ever been bad in the world, you've always used music to bring people together. So when we have an opportunity to bring people together, obviously it's exciting, but I think it's important for our psyche, it's important for our hearts and our souls. Music needs to do what music does. This boat concert is going to be so much fun because this is the best way to maintain social distance. Everybody's going to be on their boat, obviously in their own bubbles, with their friends or their family, everybody that they're connected with, and we can broadcast our FM dial across the entire lake. You have no idea how many people are actually going to show up, but we know that we're going to put on one hell of a concert.
Soak up the sun, keep the wind in my sails. Try to get to heaven while raising little hell. When it's all said and done, I know I lived it well. If I ain't got nothing but a few good stories to tell. Won't be a few crazy ones. Wind in my sails. Won't be a lot of hazy ones.
All right. Now, to be crystal clear, Brett, we're going to do this again sometime next summer in Windermere, and I'm going to put it out there. If we can find some more lakes to do it on, are you game?
100%. We got to find a great Alberta lake, maybe Pigeon Lake, Sylvan Lake.
We could pack a few thousand onto that one.
Yeah.
Anyway, over to you. It's
Muskoka,
Christmas.
Toronto. We got to talk to Lauren Gertner, see if he'll be one of our partners. Lauren's watching right now. He texted us, and you know what? We started that boat concert with this song, and it's a lot of people ask me what my favorite song to play live is, and it all depends on the mood, obviously, of the event. It all depends on the show that we're doing, but without question, this ranks very, very near the top. I love the lyrics of this song. I love the message of this song, the melody, the feeling, and so we wanted to bring back that sense of normalcy to everybody. And why don't we play? Why don't we play "We Were That Song," guys? Would you like to do that? Yeah, this is awesome. That was a big win right there. Oh my God! Oh, let's have some fun. I can't stand you guys. 1, 2, 3. We were the wild and the free and the wind. We were the backseat leaning in. We were the running wide open in the headlights. Hearts on fire in the midnight. We were the slow and the dance in the dust. Jack and Diane with the radio up. Living the line about loving and learning to fall and to fly. And that summertime thing. We were the song on the radio playing. We were the words the singer was singing. Yeah, we were the oh, we were the hey. The man trying to sing along. Yeah, we were that song. A sense of normalcy, that's what it was, right? We were the good and the bad and the rain. We were the lonesome like a train. We were the let go, we were the heartbroken. We didn't know that it would end this way. We were the almost yeah, but not quite. We were the steel guitarist crying aloud about loving and leaving and lonely and the might have been. We were the song on the radio playing. We were the words the singer was singing. Now we were the oh, we were the hey, the made you want to sing along. Yeah, we were that song. And it goes and it goes I wanna hear everybody scream at home. We were the herd that I had to call. We were the feeling that you can't shake off. And I was a fool, and you were the one. How did I ever let you get so gone? We were the song on the radio playing. We were the words the singer was singing. Yeah, we were the oh, we were the hey, that made you want to sing along. Yeah, we were that song. And it goes got one more song we want to play for everybody and say a giant thank you for being a part of a very historic moment this season, this Christmas season. And one of my favorite Christmas songs is this one. And I loved it in Home Alone when Kevin McAllister was throwing a house party with a Michael Jordan cutout and a bunch of different people that he was pretending were in the house in the shadows. And there was Joe Pesci and his partner in crime, Marv. And they thought there was a big old party as Brenda Lee was singing Rockin' Around the Christmas Tree. So I'd like to bid everybody a farewell and wish you a very Merry Christmas before Brett and I say some final words. Play this song for you and let you know that midnight, Christmas Eve, I'm going to be doing another YouTube special. And for everybody who's going to be at home, you might be away from your loved ones. On Christmas Day, you can play my Christmas special. And I hope you enjoy that, songs and stories. But this is the full band version of one of my favorite Christmas songs. Let's have some fun. Christmas tree at the Christmas party hop. Mistletoe hung where you can see every couple tries to stop. Rocking around the Christmas tree, let the Christmas spirit ring. Later we'll have some pumpkin pie and we'll do some caroling. Now you get a sentimental feeling when you hear a voices singing, let's be jolly. The halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Oh, come party! With boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. One more time. Sentimental feeling when you hear voices saying, let's be jolly. Deck the halls with boughs of holly, rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Everyone's dancing merrily in the new old-fashioned way. Come on up here, my friend. And Mac and Annika.
Do you ever know how to rock country and Christmas? A quick thank you to Matt. A quick thank you to Jamie. A quick thank you to Caitlin. And there's Sarah hiding in the back, and Dawn and Les and Stuart with Gemstone and the extraordinary job, the lighting and everyone. So
Now
thank
check
you,
this
thank
out.
you, thank you. And by the way,
And everybody at FM. At FM.
Sound.
It's
Or FM Systems.
unbelievable what they've been able to do for us on 5 days' notice.
Yep.
Put this together. This looks like the Canadian Country Music Awards. So FM, to you and your entire team, everybody here, thank you very much. You simply are the best.
And for the record, the lights in the trees were about $100 and the tinsel was about 60. But anyway, that's another story for another day. We are well over $100,000 raised tonight. We had several thousand people watching, and we're going to make sure that this video is presented again so people can enjoy right through to Christmas. Special thank you to Annika. Special thank you to Magdalena and Brett Kissel. Wow, you and your band just know how to make Canada country rock.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas, everybody. Happy holidays, Happy New Year, and thank you very much from all of our families to your families. Blessings and all the best in 2021.
Good night. Clap to ourselves. It's a cut.